Welcome back to another Get Ready With Me. This is pretty much all I do. Getting ready for work yet again. The last time that I streamed, I think was Sunday? And I still wasn't really feeling well. I was sick, you guys. I was very, very sick. I just started feeling back to like 100, maybe 2 days ago. On Sunday, I picked up a shift. I told one of my friends that I would cover her shift a while ago, like way before I got sick. So I like made it a point to be better and make it to that shift. I think being out and up and about kind of helped me feel better. I was also chugging Dayquil that day. I was chugging Dayquil and chasing it with Alani energy drink, so that definitely helped me a lot. Do you see this watch tan? Oh my goodness. Let me just put my watch on now. So I've kind of just been playing catch up this entire week. On Wednesday, kind of threw me off because I stayed out late. I did karaoke with some friends, which was fun. I had a lot of fun, but you know, I honestly didn't even realize how late it was until I got home, and it was like 3 in the morning. And then that whole next day on Thursday, I was tired, and then I had to pick up a shift at my other job, and then I had to go to the bar last night, and it's just been a lot. So today I have to work my other job again, and then I gotta go straight to the bar. So I'm kind of racing against the clock today. It is currently 1:18 in the afternoon, and I have to leave my house around 2:40. Can I be ready in about an hour? I've got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, not a lot of stuff, but I have like things, just random things. I'm doing the Diplo's Run Club on Sunday in San Francisco, and it's just a 5K. I'm doing it with one of my best friends, and not that big of a deal. It's just a 5K, and then Diplo is like doing a set after. I feel like I should have tried to get my shift covered for Saturday night, which is like the night before. I feel like I should have tried to like get my shift covered, but I called out 2 nights last week, and I don't want to miss work again. I like working. I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I think it should be fine. I'll just drink some caffeine and, you know, pray. But obviously I'm not going to drink the night before. It'll be fine. Anderson .Paak is on tour with the Free Nationals, which I saw him at the Forum with the Free Nationals 2019, I think. And then when he announced his tour that they're going to be doing Malibu, his album, I knew I had to go, and I really wanted to do the show at the Hollywood Bowl. So he's coming to the Bay, he's going to be at Shoreline, but then he's also doing a show at the Hollywood Bowl, and I think that the Hollywood Bowl is the last show of the tour, and because he's from up there, and I'm thinking, I think that was the last show. When I saw him at the Forum, I think that was the last show of his tour as well. And freaking amazing show, such an amazing performer. That's like one of the best shows that wasn't like an EDM event. That was like one of the best shows that I've ever been to. But I was like, oh, maybe he like went all out because it was the last stop on his tour. He's from out there. So I wanted to go to the Hollywood Bowl one, but like the price difference between the Hollywood Bowl and the shoreline out here in the bay, it was like over $100. I think it was like $130 difference between. Definitely going to the one in the bay, and that's in like 2 weeks. John Summit is on the 18th next month. Oh, goodness. Becky Hill is gonna be here in November. We're going to that. And then I'm going to New York in November. I feel like I woke up with so much to do today. I took my nail polish off. I hate having chipped nail polish. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine. I used to, when I would go and get my nails done, because I do my own nails at home. Now I've been doing them actually for a while, maybe like 2 or so years. But when I used to go and get them done, I used to like literally call my nail lady and be like, I broke a nail last night. I need to come and see you in the morning. Like, you won't catch me walking around with chipped nails. I would rather just take my nail polish off or like go get it fixed immediately. I do miss my old nail lady though, but it's so expensive, man. I wish it wasn't that expensive, which I totally get it. I mean, you know, I work in the service industry. Charging for services, or like the price for like services like that, is so controversial and like subjective. And I didn't really used to get anything too crazy. I used to just get like regular acrylic set and like plain black nail polish. Literally my nails were always black, but it used to be like little over 100 every 2 weeks, which like isn't bad, but it's like when you think like in retrospect of like your monthly budget and like over $200 a month is going to nails, and you're not even taking into account hair, makeup products, just like anything that has to do with beauty. I'm just like, I don't want to spend money. So then it's just like I just got like a nail lamp, a UV nail lamp, and I just do my nails at home. I think I'm gonna keep this shirt on today. So I'm gonna try to stay neutral in terms of makeup. My sister just texted me and said, in case you're wondering what I want for my birthday, her birthday's next month. So today is First Friday. I just realized that today is First Friday, which is kind of like a street festival in the city of the bar where I work. And it's kind of like a street fair. There's like food, music, I don't know, just like random vendors. And they close off like portions of the street for it, and then people just like stay outside, honestly. So we get kind of busy, and I think there might be a show at the music venue that's like around, it's like down the street. So I don't know, we might get busy from that. Last weekend was kind of standard for Labor Day. I heard that like Friday and Saturday were like normal. Sunday was slow during the day, and then at night got kind of busy. Standard stuff. So I think we might be busy today. I'm like, when do people go outside nowadays? Or like, people are still spending money to come outside. I'm gonna do just a little pop of purple in the outer corner. I have like this really deep purple that I'm using on a fluffy brush. I just like really want to diffuse that color out, and I'm just getting to use it to deepen out the outer corner, and it kind of just is an accent too. Like I said, I want to keep this kind of neutral. But in terms of like eyeshadow placement, I pretty much do the same thing every time. I mean, if I had a bunch of time, I kind of would play around with it, but I don't know. This is just what I know works with my eye shape. So generally, this is what I stick to. I'm going in with this NYX glitter primer. I literally always use this as a base for whatever shimmery shade that I put on the lid. I just take the smallest amount onto my finger, and I just pat it on to the inner third of the lid, and I kind of take it up to like the brow, not brow bone, but like socket bone here. I have this really old ColourPop palette. It's called Element of Surprise. I'm just gonna take this like frosty bluish purple, and I just pat that on to where I put that base. And I'll take the brush that I use for that crease color, and I kind of blend it back into that shimmery shade. It's like 96 degrees outside, and I am sweating in my apartment. I mean, the air is on, but it's so freaking hot. I'm like so excited for it to be cold. I just want it to be cold. Like, I want to wear sweaters. Like, I want it to rain. I kind of just go back and forth, and I'll like blend everything out. Just make sure that everything's kind of seamless, and then I'll go kind of reapply that shimmer shade if we lost a little bit of pigment during blending, excuse me. I feel like this is the easiest way to get it as even as possible, and I honestly just do the wing. And I feel like when you do it with eyeshadow, it's like just a little bit more forgiving as opposed to just going in with a super pigmented black liner right out the gate. This is on my eyeliner somewhere. Here it is. This is the ColourPop BFF liquid liner in numero uno. I've been using this for a minute. I was using the L'Oreal, I don't know what it's called anymore, the Linear Intense in Carbon Black, but I feel like towards the end, every time I started using it, it would like, not clump up, but like, I don't know, the applicator, because it was a felt tip applicator, that's why I liked it. And the applicator would just be thick, so it would like be so hard to get a good wing. But then it was like so pigmented, and the formula like stayed for a very long time. It was like long lasting, it didn't bleed, but it was like so hard to get a sharp wing. And then when you would mess up, it would just be like stuck. It would be so hard to get the product off without messing up the rest of your makeup. Excuse me. I kind of try to anchor my elbow on the table, especially if I'm like in a rush. But like wing liner, I would never be able to do this on someone else. I mean, I probably could, but it would just be very, very hard. That looks pretty even. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. People at my other job always not get taken aback, but like when I have my makeup done, because I don't usually have my makeup done when I go there. I'm like, if I didn't have to work tonight, I would not be putting makeup on to go to my other job. I'm not doing horribly on time. Let me go in with, oh, that was the ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed in Totally Thriving. It's just this, I mean, everyone always asks what I use on my lid. It's probably always just a metallic shade, and then I top it with this. They're like these gel pots of body glitter, and I've always used them on my eyes. They stay so well. They don't like flake off. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Carbon Black. I know some people layer this mascara with like Lash Paradise or whichever mascara went viral on TikTok not too long ago. So people who have allergies, is that like people have seasonal allergies and they just go away after the springtime? Like people don't have year-round allergies? I think I have year-round, I definitely have year-round allergies actually. So I'm just like, people who have like seasonal allergies complain all the time. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to take a little spoolie, because I got a little bit of mascara on the eyeshadow, so I just take a spoolie and I just flake it off. I like wait for it to dry a little bit, and then I just very carefully flake it off. And then can kind of just go in and touch up if there are any holes in the eyeshadow or wherever. Alright, I'm gonna go in with Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 concealer and foundation, and I'm in the shade 6 Sand Beige. I kind of just keep the same shade honestly year round, and I just adjust with concealer or bronzer. I'm gonna go in with ColourPop Soul Face and Body Bronzer in medium dark. I'm going in with this Mario by Mario F1. I'll kind of go directly into the pot with the brush, and then I'll tap it off the back of my hand and then just bronze up the face. I like my bronzer pretty high And then I'll go across the nose. And then I'll do the hairline. This bronzer smells like coconut, like a vacation. I'm not really feeling blush today, so I'm gonna leave it. I am going to take some concealer, Macro Longwear Concealer in NC30. I just take like a pump and a half of that on the back of my hand, and I'll take like a flat shader brush, and I'll just go inner corner, forehead, chin, and then I'll do right under the wing. And then I'll just take whatever's left of that, and I'll just concentrate on the inner corners of the eyes, just because it's just where I need most coverage. Eye bags, you know. Kind of let that sit for a bit. I'll take some MAC Fix Plus and let that sit for a little bit. Kind of go through the brows while I'm waiting. I don't really pluck my eyebrows, honestly. Sometimes I'll trim them, but for the most part, I just leave them. I will blend out the concealer. This is a Morphe Face and Body sponge. And then I'll go directly under this wing, kind of highlight it a little bit, and I'll stamp it under there, and then just drag whatever's left to the temples. We'll blend that out later. I'm gonna go in with some powder bronzer. I'm just taking this Morphe highlight and contour palette. I kind of mix some shades together just to get a little bronzy shade. This is a Morphe Y3. This is such an old brush. I don't even think that they have these anymore. Blend into the forehead, and then I'll go across the nose. All right. For setting powder, I'm doing amazing on time. I go in with this e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I just take that directly onto my sponge that I use. Before you set your concealer, you just kind of want to tap out whatever creasing might have happened under there, because you don't want to set the creasing. And then I'll stamp it on, and then I'll immediately brush it off. And this is a Morphe brush, E49. Take a little bit more of that setting powder and set everywhere that we put concealer, and then I'll just go kind of on the fronts of the cheeks here, because I do get shiny, and then I'll set around the mouth, and then we'll just set the top of that bronzer. Kind of use that brush to like clean up under the bronzer as well. I'm going to smoke some shadow on the lower lash line. Take like a pencil brush into like this neutral brown that we used in the crease as our transition shade, and I'll just run it along the lower lash line. I don't want to bring it too far down. I'm going to take just a flat shader brush. I'm going to take like a deeper brown, and I'm just going to smoke it a little closer to the lash line. I'm going to take a little bit of that dark purple shade and just smoke it on the outer third. It's like super dark where I work, so people won't even, you won't even be able to tell. And then the lights are like colored, so you really can't tell. Whatever. It's not for you, it's for me. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of inner corner highlight. I'm just taking this Jumbo eyeshadow pencil by NYX. Is it NYX or is it NYX? Sometimes I say NYX, sometimes I say NYX. Tomato, potato. I just take that in the inner corner, and I just blend it out with my finger. It's like a super creamy pencil. So you just go in with your finger. Pause. I'm gonna go back into this Morphe contour and highlight palette into this like white shade. I like it because it has kind of like a pinky shift. And then I'm gonna take some mascara. I'm gonna hit the lower lash line. It's so hard to talk when you're doing mascara on the lower lash line. Alright, I'm gonna hit my brows. I'm gonna go e.l.f. brow laminating gel. And I just comb all my brow hairs upwards. I'm like trying to plan out Sunday. Like I said, I'm doing the Diplo's Run Club 5K, but it's kind of hard to get to the city from where I'm at, and then I have like other stuff to do during the day. Like I have to go pick up Livy from my mom's, so it's just like logistically I'm just trying to figure out how much caffeine I need to ingest, and then like logistically how I'm gonna get all of my stuff where it needs to be. This is like 2-day-old hair. I washed it on Wednesday night. But when I wash it, I kind of try not to put too much stuff in it because then it just makes it hella dirty hella fast. I'm gonna do highlight. This is a lot for midday. I'm not coming home in between shifts to like touch up, so this is how you will have me. I just took a little bit of highlight from that Morphe highlighter palette. I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Micro Filling Pen. This is in the shade Deep Brown. I don't sweat much, but I sweat on my forehead a lot. And it's like annoying when I do my makeup and I'm sweating on my forehead because it just sweats right off. I'm like trying to mentally space out my caffeinated drinks today because I know that I'm gonna have to have 2 energy drinks. This is the Milani Make It Last Original. I bought this not too long ago and I didn't like it. I returned it. And then, I don't know, I saw someone post about it and I was like, let me just try it again. No way that people are posting about it and like raving this hard about it if it's not good. So then I tried it again, and I think my mistake in the beginning when I first tried it was that I tried it with something else that was new, so I just didn't like the way that it was sitting. But I think the other product that I tried it with was the one that was not good. Anyways, when I touch up my hair, I don't go through my whole head. This under part always needs to get touched up, and I'll kind of go through and see like what pieces need to be touched up. Like I'm gonna touch up this whole top part anyways, and then I do this very top part, like that's touching my scalp. I'll do it like the opposite way just for like volume. I'll go and I'll do it regular down this way. So my crimper is set to like 350. I try not to leave it for longer than like 7 seconds. I didn't use any heat protectant, which is not good. Don't do that. Always use a heat protectant. But I'm in a hurry, and I use leave-in conditioner like on Wednesday, so hopefully there's still like remnants of heat protectant in my hair. Tomorrow when I redo my hair, I'll use a heat protectant. I'll take this front piece and then I'll do it the opposite way up at the top, and then I'll go in regular. My goal was to be ready by like 2:30 and it's only 2:08. What an accomplishment. I mean, naturally, I get people who like talk to me about hair a lot, and I'm just like, they're like, oh my gosh, like you're so brave for like dyeing your hair, blah blah blah. And I'm like, if I didn't have like the best hairdresser in the world, then I would just have natural hair. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of texturizing spray. This is the Orbe Gold Lust Dry Texturizing Spray. I just go in like 1-inch sections, and then I'll kind of go on the bottom like that. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for seeing if I could get ready in an hour. Mission accomplished. I'm gonna go get dressed. I gotta get the rest of my stuff ready. But thank you guys again for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you.